How does childhood emotional neglect or manipulation affect a person's sense of identity?
Well, what is identity, first of all? You are who you are based on what you hold within your mind. Identity is created from your past, from your experiences and how you process the experiences. And I say, "Who are you, Crystal?" And who are you, Crystal? If I say, "Who are you, Crystal?" What would you say?
I would say that I'm a mother of three.
Okay, so you're a mother of three kids. Who are
Mhm.
you? Who else are you?
Yeah, I'm a wife.
Okay, who else are you?
I'm fun
Okay, now how do you know you're fun?
because I'm a lot of fun to be with. I see lots of people laughing and enjoying themselves when they're around me.
Okay, so let me pause here. So who are you? Your identity is created by experiences. You notice that if you never had children, you never say I was a mother. If you didn't say you were never married, you'd never say I'm a wife. And if you never made people laugh, you'd never say I'm fun, right?
Right.
So identity is created by exposure and experiences.
Hmm.
So if you had a training from whoever, wherever it comes from, mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, and uncle, um, and they trained you and you figured out it's smarter to be malleable and do whatever they say, you create the identity that I'm adjustable.
Yes.
So my value comes from you and I'm going to adjust to you. And that's my value and identity. Now you're not happy with that. And the reason why you're not happy with it is driven by one thing: hurt and pain and survival.
Mm.
So identity is created by exposure and experiences. Now, there's a Skinner, and I think some of the old psychologists back in the old days had a lot of experiences, and they said, I can take a child, I can make it a pauper, a thief, or a doctor, or a dentist by exposure.
Mm.
By your exposure, you create your identity and value. Now, most of you guys, you think about it, go back and look at your history. It's your history that dictates your value today. Now, what I do and I help people do is redesign themselves. And how you
How?
redesign yourself is you go change those bad memories.
Right. Okay, but what is it that makes Crystal Crystal then?
Chris, now let me just get to the finest detail of every person listening to me.
Yes.
Who are you really? Who are you really, Crystal? Who are you really?
Well, I would like to define myself as an infinite being of light. I'm just light.
So what are you going to be, like the sun? You'll be up there bright and sunny, or what? What?
Well, no,
Yeah.
I can be heaven on earth. I can be like this
All right.
bright light.
And in order how you be bright light, you're going to have some element and some electricity, right? Something that's going to burn. Let me explain who you really are.
Okay.
Who you really are. Now, this is a very fundamental foundation. I'm going to try to find something I could use as an example. I'm going to use this phone. All right. So this phone. So who you are, this phone is who you are. Who you really are, born and came into this world like every animal, every person, every human being. You are a dynamic force that's always creating and manifesting. That's who you really are. A dynamic force always manifesting and producing. At birth, and from that point forward, there's going to be filters put on top of this dynamic force. So one filter is, you're amazing, you're beautiful, we love you. Another filter is, you're a worthless piece of shit, I hate you, I don't like you, you look like your father or your mother, right? Now, these become filters upon your dynamic force. And as you, over the years of time, your dynamic force, this powerful manifestor, will produce in your life. So who you think you are today, low self-esteem, high self-esteem, are great creations of your unconsciousness or this dynamic force. Now, if you don't like what you're producing in your life, you got to go change the filters that laid on top of this creating manifesting force, right?
Hmm.
So who are you really? I'm a dynamic force, always creating and manifesting, right? Now, you're not happy with your manifestations. And it's because of the filters we call memories and references, traumas, experiences, etc. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
So just like if you never had children, you'd never call yourself a mother.
Correct.
If you never had a husband, you never call yourself a wife.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have low self-esteem, if you weren't a doormat, because you are a doormat because you had doormat experiences and you learned to survive with doormat experiences. It was safer that way.
Just wipe your feet on me.
Yeah, I'm yours. Just a doormat on your forehead, right?
Yes,
And
exactly.
the reason why you have and the reason why you think you're a doormat is because one of your filters, you figured out it's safer to be a doormat than to fight because you'll lose. They're bigger than you.
Correct. Okay, so you're saying that as this dynamic force,
Mhm.
identity, like I don't know if it's a foundation or the essence of,
It's everything has it within them. It's a
yes.
survival train. It's a machine. It's a survival system.
But you're saying that I can be who I choose to be.
You you will be what you hold within thee.
Yes. But as creators of our experience, that's correct. That's totally,
We're translators of our experience, yes.
we're translators of our experience. Oh goodness. Okay. So
Now,
I
remember,
want to
now
go.
you have to understand this.
Yeah.
Your brain, the smartest part about you is I'm not talking that part. The smartest part about you is not prefrontal cortex logical thinking. The
Yeah.
smartest part about you is the limbic operating system. You call it the unconscious, whatever you want to call it. This system captures things, events, experiences, and ideas from around you. And it's going to capture it and it's going to organize it, it's going to reuse it on you. All right. So this part is what you don't know how to use. Most people don't know how to use this part. This part dictates their life. And
Yes.
so what I train is I teach people how to take control of the smartest part about them, how to adjust the inner parts. A lot of people, there's a lot of people I mean, I watch a lot of the lady, I don't know what her first name is, the crappy childhood fairy. She's really good, right? But the problem is that she's not good at is changing the cause, which is memories. You're going to journal it. You're going to logically understand it. That's okay, but it doesn't change the resource.
Mhm.
We look at even Gabor Mate, which I like him too. Weird thing is I watched his videos. Goes, he's got to be watching my videos because that's
Yeah.
what I say. But the difference between he and I is that he didn't know how to change memories.
Correct.
He says, psychology, talk about it, take some drugs and just live with it and deal with it and build your identity based on your crappy childhood.
Yes. You're
So
someone.
that the difference that makes a difference in transforming your life is changing the emotional experiences, the traumas, the memories and references, and redesign them. Now, somebody says, well, aren't you lying to yourself? I said, let me tell you something. Your past is a lie today. It's not true today, but you're still using it as your value and identity.
Yes. Yeah. So after changing the inner references, changing
Mhm.
the memories, what about, I'm so interested in this dynamic force because that's what, because I only want to be that dynamic force. I don't want to be programs, but either way, I
Both are
will be,
programs. They're both programs.
it's all programs.
It's all programs.
Okay. All right.
I mean, for you to walk across the floor is a program.
True. Yes.